So I'm over here helping him organize because I love organizing, and I come back. He said I could leave it forever.
I thought so. At least not forever, but maybe like 20 minutes. But no, it's hard. It's hard as a rock. Sorry.
Wow. The cold season is upon us. I've brought all my plants inside. And I figured that it's a good time to do some inside crafts because it's cold outside and rainy. So do you remember COVID 2020? I made it outside. I learned how to do art. It was amazing. And as I'm doing this butterfly hunt, the mail guy was like, hey, can you make this look pretty? And I did. Fast forward 2 years. They're really sweet. They won't power wash it all the way because they really like the butterflies, but meanwhile, the mailboxes are very dirty. So I'm gonna go and clean them up because I feel like it's somewhat my fault that they're dirty because they won't clean them because they like them too much. But I gotta go clean that up, and I need to remake these things, so I got an epoxy kit. That's waterproof. Just so we know it's a choking hazard. This one's called Funny Unicorn. I'll put a little link for you guys if you're looking to do the same. I liked it because it had this, and I feel like we could use these a lot because we do use epoxy in this house. Well, Eddie does. I ended up buying these separate, and it has a hole already. Otherwise, I could have made my own hole because this thing came out with a Dremel. Look, boo-boo. Is that what it's called, a Dremel? So we found the original file. We spruced it up a little bit. I have 2 of them. I'm gonna circular cut them out, pop them in there, and we're just gonna go to a town with epoxy. Now, I went to a local art show recently, and there were a lot of people using resin in their art. Like, they were making canvases and they were pouring resin over the canvases. And I absolutely loved it. This one woman was doing photography, and what she was doing was taking her own photos. She was cutting pieces out of it and layer, and that's how she was making her art. And then she would pour epoxy over it. And I know a little bit about epoxy because Eddie makes pool cues. I'm like, okay, but what about the bubbles? And she gave me a tip. Heat up your epoxy first. I don't know what it is exactly, but it apparently will warm things. So I'm gonna warm things. He said don't use plastic though. He made that mistake once. So we're using a paper cup. First order of operation, I need to cut these out. I'm gonna use this. Cut them out, glue them together. Okay, it's easier with scissors. I gotta stop cutting. If I keep going, they're gonna turn into rhombuses. Some of them already look like eggs. Well, whatever. Once I get it down, I can just sand it from there to make it really match. Let me figure out this whole thing. I'm gonna have to hole punch, pop it in, and get it stuck there. It's so much easier to figure out when you put it upside down. Now I can see where it can go, and I kind of really like it there. Does that look like it lines up? Right there. Well, this should be interesting. That hole is much bigger than the hole I need. Let's just go right smack in the middle of it. It needs to be up a little higher for the next one. Don't you think that should be there, and then the other one should be there? Oh, that one was easier. You know what? I'm not hating on any of it. Some of them are a little crooked. Is anybody gonna really know? Now let me make sure that they're clean, and let's read some instructions. I'm already warming this up. Man, what kind of thing is this? What are we using this for? It already has resin all over it. And here's the other thing. Do I want a sparkle dust? Because I like sparkles. The other thing is, I'm like, do I want to waste the sparkles on these? No, I don't. Let's make these normal. A to B, 1-to-1. Oh, it's thicker than I thought it would be. Get it all out. I'm gonna do a true 1-to-1. Get all this goo out. The other thing you can do when it starts to really dry, you just keep checking it and add a blowtorch to it. Or you take a toothpick and you pop the bubbles. But this is supposed to get rid of the bubbles, or you can use a blow dryer. B, oh, that comes out much easier. That's not gooey like the other. The other one came out like honey. This came out like syrup. Now we're gonna stir. Now I have seen Eddie do this, and he stirs for a long time. Let's be like Eddie. Okay, let's just get it nice and warm. Well, I found a bigger stick and I found Eddie, and he asked why I was stirring so much. I'm like, what do you mean? You told me to stir. Stir until the bubbles go away. He failed to mention this to me earlier, that you're supposed to stir for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes.
The bubbles rise.
The bubbles rise.
The heat makes the bubbles rise up to the top, and then they go.
For what? Like a couple minutes?
Yeah.
You think I'm good?
Did you stir it?
Oh yeah, like crazy.
Cool. Do you see all those little tiny micro bubbles in there?
Yeah.
That's I can see them popping as I speak. You
Yeah.
see it? Pop, 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 pop. It looks like little Rice Krispies.
So I can just walk away for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, or come back
Can you
out
not
for an hour.
overheat it? Really, for an hour?
Yeah, right now it's on 110 degrees. That's like a medium warm cup of coffee.
Okay, I'll be back. So I'm over here helping him organize because I love organizing, and I come back. He said I could leave it forever.
I thought so, at least not forever, but maybe like 20 minutes. But no, it's hard. It's hard as a rock. Sorry.
Wow. I have since doubled because I feel like this is going to take the whole thing, and I don't want to go through that again because I still have the mess right there. So I'm feeling good about this. All right, let's get one. Is it clean? The one will go in there. Let's just make sure. Just a smidge. All right. Okay, I just want a smidge. Okay, oops, hello. Nope, that doesn't matter. All right, let's pour the rest in there. Doesn't have to be all the way to the top. Now I can move this around. Oh, I get it. Sweet, I'm gonna do the rest. I need that much, right? Do I have enough? Please let me have enough. All right, let me go find the fire. Somebody has stolen my toothpicks. Eddie! And I have an umbrella toothpick, but I also have this. This is what you can do with a little toothpick. You go boop. Or, oh my gosh, and this is the most satisfying thing on the planet. There they go. You see it on the two? You see it go away? The plastic's burning. Thank you.
It's burning.
Look, watch this.
This.
Looks good. We're gonna come back in 24 hours and see how it turned out. It has not been 24 hours. Matter of fact, I think it's been like 12. These things are rock solid. I already opened one up and I'm like, ooh, look at that. It's amazing. What is that? How interesting. It's a hole. What? For what it is and for what it's worth, except for that one, these are waterproof. And I've switched seats in these guys. I just poured them. So now we made another 12 hours, no longer 24. Well, I managed to make it to the mailbox and this is what they look like. That's not bad, but that's not good. And let's see, and that's not good. Do you see what I mean? I gotta go and clean up. Like, they're so dirty. All right, let me go finish up and get this cleaning happening. As it turns out, we have the tools. You see this little stander Eddie had? This is so much easier than me holding it because that's what I was doing. I had to go inside and get some nail polish stuff. We put some of whatever that is. What is that? Super thin, fast Star Bond. Super glue to close that hole because there must have been an air pocket somewhere, but it's not quite filling in the hole like I thought it would, so I think it's going in. I'm just gonna seal it with this. I just put nail polish on there, clear and super high shine, and look at the difference. That's awesome. Great tip, Bev. And they're done. Look at it. I was able to make like serious circles with that thing. Whatever Eddie's working on over here is gorgeous. I should have put them all gold. Aren't they beautiful? They came out great. Okay, I'm gonna stuff these in my pocket and then I'm gonna go. Look, I had these little holes that happened because on the opposite side there were bubbles that I didn't know of. I just put some nail polish in there and let's just see if it holds. And now I have the PDF, I know how to make it. We're good to go. Some of them came out a little wonks. Don't care. They look way better than the other ones. I'm gonna stuff these in my pocket and I'm gonna ninja over there. It's raining, so it's great. That means nobody's gonna come over and I just need to ninja in and out. No questions, just go. I feel bad. Well, it rained for days and it's nice because literally one person came by and look, I was able to swap these out. They look gorgeous. I have more cleaning to do. A lot of this is tape. Guys, don't put tape on your mailboxes. It's very hard to get off. Very hard because once it stays after a while, that whatever sticky stuff is, it's just, that won't get off. Like I can't get it off, and I've been using nails, scrubbers, and everything else. I'm going to do a little bit more work on it a little bit later, but for now, super stoked about how they came out. Okay, I came back with acetone. This is the cleanest these things have ever looked. The cleanest. I'm so proud of this. Another day, I'm gonna come back and touch those other guys up, but for now, I'm proud of my mailbox cleanup job. It's only supposed to come and swap these out. They still look amazing. They look so good. All right, hope you guys enjoy. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.